Go ahead. Go ahead.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We're very excited to have you today at our virtual Leadership Academy graduation. If I have not had the pleasure of meeting you, my name is Michelle Cochran, and I'm the Deputy Human Resources Officer here at the county. Today, you are in store for a fun ceremony. We are honoring the 10th graduating class of 34 Leadership Academy participants, which represent 13 departments. Today, we honor the hard work and dedication of these 34 graduates, the numerous trainers that partook in this great academy to make this possible, and all of you supporting them today. The graduates underwent an intense 10-week course where they learned about the budget process, teamwork, motivation, ethics, strategic planning, customer service, public speaking, among many other topics. They were also asked to participate in activities that furthered their knowledge of the leadership concepts, such as active discussions, role plays, and group sessions. Additionally, due to the COVID pandemic, this group faced a very special and unique challenge as they had to adapt and modify to the new virtual structure that we've come accustomed to this last year. In its history, the Leadership Academy has graduated more than 456 employees, whom we consider our future leaders since the inception of this program in 2013. Each year, this program gets better and better. And let me just take a moment to share some of the comments and thoughts that this class specifically had to say about the Academy. I appreciate the opportunity to have this county program. The lessons are great. The information, scenarios, and examples all help me develop as a leader and use these skills in my department. This academy rates as one of the best leadership training courses I have attended. I appreciate how the instructors made the lessons relevant by providing examples of their own related experiences. Today, we applaud your efforts to further your knowledge and professional development, and in turn, making the County of El Paso better able to serve our community and make it a great place to work. Before we move on, we want you to know that the participants were challenged with a group project to present on their last day of class. This project was also a competition. The goal of the project was to help the participants improve their public speaking skills. The teams presented in front of external judges, and a first place winner has been selected for each group A and B. And we will be announcing those winners via video at the end of the ceremony. So hang on tight till we get there. At this time, I want to welcome our honored guest speaker for today, our County Administrator, Betsy Keller.
Thank you so much, Michelle. Good morning, everyone. I'm extremely honored to be here with you all virtually today as we close out the journey you undertook in this professional development program. While the course provides the ingredients we need to have a thought-provoking, high-quality program for supervisors, it's what each of you brought to the process that makes it unique and valuable. I go back and I remember being with you all in person for our first class in February 2020. And I mean, that seems like forever ago, but you all did not let the chaos of learning to operate and serve in a new and changing environment, or the multitude of personal struggles we have all faced this past year, stop you from continuing your growth. That dedication tells me you realize how important the work you are doing truly is. You desire to be really good at what you do, You want to continue to be even better, and you want the county to be known as great. This is higher performance, what higher performance is about. And higher performance is not optional. It's a must. Our community deserves it. So you help us to create a culture of high performance for the community we all love and serve. And for this, I'm deeply grateful for each of you and very proud to have you in our county family. Congratulations on your accomplishment in completing this course. And I know you all will continue to do great things with the county. Thank you, Michelle.
Thank you, Betsy, for your kind words and for being with us this morning. The next section, we're going to acknowledge our presenters. So when you hear your name, if you could please turn on your video. Our presenters are an essential piece to the Leadership Academy, and we could not put this on without their partnership. These individuals have dedicated hours from their already hectic schedules to teach our graduates. They prepare activities, games, research content, and video. They incorporate different learning elements to cover a variety of learning styles. And most of all, they give it their all to make it fun, entertaining, and of course, engaging for our participants. We wouldn't be here without them, and we would not be able to have a successful academy. They are an essential piece to this. And at this time, we're going to announce their names. Our Chief Administrator, Betsy Keller. Our Chief Human Resources Officer, Melissa Carrillo. Workers' Compensation Specialist, Lupe Jaregui. Assistant Contracts Administrator, Lorena Rodriguez. Principal Attorney, Patsy Lopez. Wellness Coordinator, Sabian Solis. Planning and Development Director, Jose Landeros. County Attorney, Joanne Bernal. Chief Public Defender, Kelly Childress. Purchasing Agent, Deborah Carejo Troll. Parks and Recreation Director, Veronica Myers. If y'all can make a noise so your camera can show up, we want to thank you for your time and contribution to this Leadership Academy. And we would like to welcome any words from you all that you would like to say to our graduates today. I just want to give a moment just in case.
If you raised your hand, you can go ahead and speak.
Okay.
On the guest side. Somebody raise their hand.
I did. This is Deborah Carejo Troll. I'm the county purchasing agent. I just wanted to thank you for allowing me the chance to speak at every one of these over the last few years. I have encountered fantastic classes. And I have to say that the participation in this series of class is by far the best participation overall that I've encountered in all the classes I've taught. And it's quite a few over the last 5 years. To the graduates, you have done a fantastic job under extraordinarily harsh conditions, and you have everything to be proud of. And based on my meetings with some of you behind the scenes, I think you're going to be great leaders for the county. Thank you for allowing me to spend a little bit of that leadership time with you.
Thank you, Deborah, for your continued participation with us. You've been an asset as a presenter to this academy. Miguel, anybody else wishing to speak?
Claudia, Janet, I'm not in the people view, so I can't tell.
I'm sorry.
There's nobody else with their hands up. Thank you.
Thank you. Now, the moment we have all been waiting for. Graduates, please turn your camera on when your name is called. We have Christina Ramirez and Joanna Fadoa from our staff who will be reading a brief statement about each of you, which was provided by your department. We will be reading the abbreviated version for time purposes this morning. However, all the graduates will receive an original printed statement along with your certificate. For the sake of time, we will give a unified clap virtually after all participants have been acknowledged this morning.
Belinda Acuna, Juvenile Probation Department. Ms. Belinda Acuna's motivation and passion for learning, excellence, and humanity directly contribute to her being an effective and efficient leader. Her commitment to the courts and collaboration with community stakeholders to help those with addiction is phenomenal and inspirational. Ruth Bernal, County Auditor's Office. Ruth's journey began by joining the county team in 1997 and rose to her current position of Senior Internal Auditor. She continuously makes herself available to not only lead and train incoming staff, but also to assist senior staff in performing challenging tasks and projects. Adrian Betancourt, County Clerk's Office. Adrian possesses qualities not all leaders have. He is slow to anger, patient, understanding, humble, and kind. He is respectful and treats you the way you want to be treated. He brings peace to the office, and that is exactly what the office of our size needs. He is truly a gem. Anthony Bustillos, Juvenile Probation Department. Team leader Anthony Bustillos approaches work with enthusiasm and zeal. He is calculated in his approach, mindful of the mission, and considerate of staff and clients. He engages staff and clients daily, coaching, acknowledging, and supporting them. He quickly assesses situations, developing careful plans with meticulous execution. Courtney Canales, Human Resources Department. Smart, driven, thoughtful, and dedicated. Just a few words that describe Courtney. She was nominated by her HR peers and won the Excellence and Professional Awards because that is how she rolls. Courtney is one to ask, how can I improve the process? And takes it upon herself to analyze, identify gaps, and recommend ideas that enhance and add value to the operations and the department. Courtney is a superstar that makes the HR department shine. Luis Cardenas, Juvenile Probation Department. Team leader Luis Cardenas is a fearless vanguard for the section, mission-oriented and precise in his attention to detail. He is an approachable and a measured communicator, articulate in diverse settings. His sly humor adds to his character as he handles assignments confidently. He demonstrates genuine compassion for his staff and our clients. Josh Cuellar, Facilities Management. Josh Cuellar has been employed with Facilities Maintenance Division for over 2 years. He's the type of leader who is quick to gain support, trust, and respect of others. He also demonstrates strong leadership values. Some of his values include showing respect for others, having a passion for others' concern, and self-development. Josh has proven to be a great asset to the county and the division. Roy Davis, 388th District Court. Mr. Davis excels in his job performance and delivers high-quality outcomes. His dedication to the county continually exceeds expectations. His professionalism and commitment to the court are much appreciated. A great employee is like a four-leaf clover, hard to find and lucky to have. Tammy Cohen. Monica de la Cruz, El Paso County CSCD. Monica de la Cruz is the embodiment of dignified leadership, professionalism, and integrity. How impossible a task to describe in a few words someone as talented, as dependable, as critical to my section as Monica. I was blessed the moment she was hired. Congratulations, Monica. Gracie de Santiago, Human Resources Department. Gracie is a passionate employee that seeks to find efficient ways to make improvements in the workplace. Gracie is responsible with her workload and her hardest critic. She is active in the community, loves spending time with her daughter and traveling. Congratulations on this wonderful achievement. We wish you the best in your future endeavors. Iris Escalona, Juvenile Probation Department. As a young and future leader, Ms. Iris Escalona is resourceful, professional, seeks opportunities to great efficiencies, and most importantly, participates in and leverages feedback loops effectively. Ms. Escalona's future in management and leadership positions is bright. Alejandro Escobar, County Auditor's Office. Mr. Escobar has excellent leadership qualities and is a well-organized individual who completes his duties in a highly efficient manner. Mr. Escobar proficiently manages the county's extensive vendor file and has led the efforts in ensuring compliance with all 1099 reporting requirements. Araceli Erives, Juvenile Probation Department. During her tenure at JPD, Officer Araceli Erives has displayed determination, good work ethic, professionalism, and strong moral character. She always displays a positive attitude and is dedicated to her job. Ms. Erives has managed many complicated cases and always goes above and beyond, demonstrating a genuine concern for the children and families she serves. Due to her tremendous institutional knowledge, JPO Erives' advice and feedback is often sought, and she assists in training new probation officers to learn the role, duties, and responsibilities of their job. Beatriz Fierro, Community Services. Bea's wholehearted passion for serving marginalized and vulnerable populations is demonstrated daily through her advocacy and work ethic. It is the passion that is her greatest strength. Enhancing her leadership competences through this academy benefits the community she serves and helps her grow professionally. Ricardo Jabaldon, County Auditor's Office. Mr. Jabaldon demonstrates his leadership skills daily in his interactions with employees and officials throughout the county. His commitment to the county is evident by his motivation and always being willing to help and share to his knowledge to empower others. Andres Garcia, Juvenile Probation Department. Team leader Andres Garcia displays initiative and attention to detail with cheerful determination. He welcomes challenges and crafts his leadership skills. His dedication and responsiveness are examples to his staff, peers, and supervisors. He is a champion of continuous improvement and courageous in his contribution to our excellence. Sergio Gonzalez, Information Technology Department. Sergio Gonzalez demonstrates qualities of a good leader, which include communication, commitment, and confidence in his work and with his coworkers. As a leader, you need the ability to have a clear vision of what is to be achieved and the ability to motivate people to work towards achieving the purpose. These qualities are what will enable Sergio in becoming a great leader.
Melissa Hernandez Urbina, Information Technology Department. Melissa makes it easy for others within her team to share their ideas. She recognizes ideas in others and in herself and celebrates her successes with the department, and this speaks to motivation. She has a passion for what she does and works at instilling this characteristic within her team. Melissa is empathetic as she makes an effort to identify with her team's challenges and hardships. These are some leadership strengths that will enable Melissa in becoming a good leader. Being a good leader takes more than a desire to succeed. Lieutenant Robert Kaminsky, Sheriff's Office. Lieutenant Robert Kaminsky has a long reputation of being a quality leader. His innovative methods of thinking and bringing perspective to certain issues has been helpful in the continued success of our organization. He has a tremendous amount of experience and knowledge in jail operations. So much, he rarely has to use a reference manual to quote our policies and procedures. He's an entrusted leader as well as a coworker. His professionalism is above all else. He maintains a high degree of pride no matter what circumstances are present. He confronts issues head on and leads from the front. No job is above him, and he respects even the lowest and least experienced members of our department. With his continued quest to advance his professional development, he becomes a greater asset to the Sheriff's Office, but more importantly, to our community. Well done, sir. Rudy Macias, Information Technology Department. Rudy is resilient after a challenge and open-minded to new ideas. He's able to take on responsibilities with a positive attitude. He strives to remain focused and level-headed and continually demonstrate respect and gratitude to his coworkers. Rudy takes responsibility for his team's action, both positive and negative. He demonstrates to his team on how to recover from errors professionally. These characteristics are what make Rudy a good leader. Alvaro Maldonado, Information Technology Department. Alvaro is responsible for all of the Information Technology Department's contracts. Alvaro exemplifies a true team member. His personality lends itself to his hectic day. Alvaro embraces the daily challenges, knowing his work will continue to keep the county and citizens connected. The Information Technology Department prides itself in knowing Alvaro is on the job. Miguel Mendez, Information Technology Department. Miguel has a strong moral code to which he adheres to at all times. His respect for rules and regulations set a standard for ethical work for him and his teammates. Miguel is able to model integrity for his coworkers consistently. He maintains a positive attitude even in the face of hardship. Demonstrating positivity and joy at work will motivate employees to do the same. These are some of the qualities that Miguel possesses, which will assist him in becoming a great leader. Samuel Miller, Juvenile Probation Department. Mr. Samuel Miller is an excellent employee that exemplifies all of JPD's core values. He is empathetic to the families we serve and a great mentor to the staff he supervises. His peers view him as a team player who's always willing to lend a helping hand. Edwin Morales, County Auditor's Office. Mr. Morales is a bright employee and exhibits the ability to grasp and adapt to multitasking his duties and responsibilities within the division. He exhibits excellent communication and leadership skills that allow him to work and collaborate effectively with employees of other departments. Laura Nevares, Financial Recovery. Ms. Laura Nevares' integrity is unmatched. As a member of management, Ms. Nevares always leads by example and from the front. Ms. Nevares holds herself to the highest standards, always placing her team and the goals of the Budget and Fiscal Policy Department above all. As a natural leader, Ms. Nevares is capable of inspiring others to follow her lead and contribute to achieving the goals of her department and county. Marcy Ortega, County Auditor's Office. Marcy regularly assumes a leadership role as an exceptional communicator and mentor to others, always willing to share knowledge and assist coworkers or others that reach out to her. She's passionate about work and leads and influences peers by example and works well with others. Sergeant Pedro Ramirez, Sheriff's Office. Sergeant Pedro Ramirez has displayed time and time again great leadership attributes. He's self-motivated and self-directed. No challenge is too big for him. He faces adversities with great concern and attention. He maintains an excellent relationship with his partner, fellow coworkers, and team members. This attribute is very important considering because he is helping us become a high-performance organization through teamwork. He is described as an individual who leads by example. His can-do attitude has been reflected by members of his team. He genuinely cares about the professional development of his team. He's always willing to teach and is always willing to learn. His positive work ethic has garnered him a place of respect among his peers. His dedication to serve our community is commendable. We look forward to seeing him continue to succeed and see the greater role he can achieve because of his outstanding dedication and work ethic. Well done, Sarge. Lorena Rios, Financial Recovery. Ms. Lorena Rios is the most versatile team member of the Budget and Fiscal Policy Department's Financial Recovery Division. Ms. Rios is dependable, always motivated, and cooperative. She always places the goals and objectives of the department above all else. Her creative process is a force to be reckoned with. Ms. Rios is truly epic. Jose Luis Romero, Office of the Medical Examiner. Louis, as he is known in our professional circles, embodies an asset invaluable in our profession, empathy. His ability to establish rapport not only with the bereaved, but also with local agencies, provides a solid foundation for efficient and expeditious and dignified service to our community. Myra Salazar, County Auditor's Office. Myra's notable abilities include her knowledge, strong work ethic, and positive attitude. She exhibits her leadership skills by routinely stepping up and providing guidance to payroll division staff on pertinent duties and responsibilities, and is eager to assist county departments at a moment's notice. Anna Sanchez, 383rd District Court. Anna came to our team with a desire to help our court succeed. Over the last few months, we have seen her develop in confidence and initiative. Anna never shirks from work or additional responsibilities. As a colleague, she displays such kindness and support of her team members. I am so proud to watch Anna grow and cannot wait to see the leader she becomes. Bruno Tabarani, Information Technology Department. Bruno is a senior staff member responsible for the daily operations of the county servers, which house the email system, Odyssey, Munis, and including many other applications. Along with a staff of 3, Bruno ensures the systems are online and available for use 24 hours, 7 days, 365 days by county employees. Bruno embraces the challenges associated with managing the multitude of systems utilized by all county departments. ITD continues to benefit greatly from his expertise, skills, and commitment to the organization. Elizabeth Tabarani, Sheriff's Office. Elizabeth is a confident person who stands behind her beliefs. She strives for excellence by continually learning and sharing her ideas with others. Elizabeth demonstrates exemplary work ethics and is ready to take on a supervisory role. I am proud to be Elizabeth's supervisor. Congratulations on another achievement, Elizabeth. Jesus Valdez, El Paso County Community Supervision and Corrections Department. Senior Community Supervision Officer Jesus Valdez leads by example and always strives to motivate staff to reach their fullest potential. His strong work ethic exemplifies public service and commitment to better our community. Congratulations, Jesse, from all of us at the Northwest Field Office.
Thank you so much. We are not done yet. Excuse me. As mentioned earlier, the Academy provided additional professional development for our participants. All participants were placed on a team and asked to provide a presentation to their classmates and external judges on one of the many topics they learned during the class. They each selected their topic and were challenged for a first place award. The teams are not yet aware of who has won, but we will find out today for the very first time. They worked very hard, met many hours afterwards to put their presentation together. We're going to show you a glimpse of what each did through a slideshow, and then we will conclude the slideshow with the video of the presentations, announcing the winners from each group A and B. As only one team can win from each group, but you all did a fantastic job. You'll see the winning team at the end. Winning team, when you see your name at the end of the video, please turn on your camera for a special acknowledgement. Let's go ahead and start the video.
Today, we will be covering employee motivation during the COVID pandemic. We will cover some of these stresses, changes, and adaptations we as supervisors had to take and continue to make to mitigate these challenges.
The first you can do is review the expectations you will have of the staff and what they can expect from you. These have been and continue to be interesting times.
Demonstrating that you care even when everything is going right makes it easier for people to come to you when they really need your help.
Employees spend more time with their coworkers at work than at home with their family. The sudden change of having to work away from their coworkers can cause depression and anxiety. Having coworkers' social support is very much needed. If not, employees can feel lack of acknowledgement.
We have gone from a office environment to now completely teleworking. We have lost the sense of interacting with other coworkers.
42% of employees have encountered some sort of mental health decline during the pandemic. Therefore, it is very important to remember that the county provides several resources that can help you cope with the mental health issues that you may be encountering.
Going forward, stay positive as supervisors and always keep motivating your staff. Energize your employees to achieve greater things.
Recognizing a difficult situation or individual before it escalates. Empower employees to become problem solvers of difficult situations and create consistency in problem resolution throughout the county.
So we have to make sure we're aware of our surroundings and what happens in the office wherever we're at, so we can identify when somebody is in a difficult situation or dealing with a difficult person.
Of course, being their coach, and it's like taking a test with a teacher there. It's like having a coach helping them.
As a leader, you have to manage different personalities. Is how you handle one person or one situation is not gonna be the same that you handle the other.
There will not be a day in your life that you will not deal with a difficult individual. Take the opportunity to make a difference to elevate you, your team, and the situation itself to have a positive outcome.
We each demonstrate how, as leaders, we deal with the challenges brought on by working via a webcam and managing people for success in a virtual environment.
In order to be able to telework, you must have the right equipment and tools.
While technical abilities exist, what happens to productivity when employees are removed from the environment they've grown used to functioning in?
Litigants are now appearing virtually, which has actually improved the managing of the court time of the case.
In the jail, when the pandemic hit, we closed everything down. Some of the policies that we put in place were temperature checks for everybody that walked into the building, whether they be an employee or whether they be a law enforcement agency or a lawyer or the court staff.
As leaders, to help our team be more attentive, we set basic guidelines, like sitting up and not laying down on the couch, don't be driving while in training, and we created collaboration through a chat room, for example. So some of us still had to show up to work in person, but that doesn't mean we didn't have to adjust our leadership in a virtual environment.
We are going to give you some recipes for creating your own personal leadership style. Want to make it fun and easy.
For our bureaucratic leadership style, the ingredients are going to be 1 cup of by the book, 1 cup of enforcing the rules, and a dash of hierarchy.
Bake for half an hour. Serve when cool, as laissez-faire leadership encourages personal growth, creativity, and innovation.
The ingredients: 1 cup of dedication towards their employees, 1 teaspoon of motivation, 1/4 cup of determination, 1 dash of leadership.
This style has an interest in building personal relationships and rallying their team around a common goal. Employees will feel supported, highly engaged, and motivated towards achieving business objectives.
Consider what you are cooking up daily within your organization. Keep in mind that effective leadership recipes and techniques can contribute to the ability to achieve and maintain a healthy balance within the workplace.
And welcome to our presentation on organization in the workplace, utilizing the 5S method. So the process of 5S was coined and made popular by Toyota based on 5 principles starting with the letter S.
Your brain can handle a number of thoughts and tasks at one time. But like this illustration, if you have too many things going on, you're likely to forget something.
Set in order. Set in order can easily be summarized in the following quote by Benjamin Franklin.
A place for everything and everything in its place.
Shine follows the natural progression of sort and set in order. Shine is exactly how it sounds, cleaning and maintaining the work area to create an environment that people want to work in.
The fourth S in the system is standardize. This is where the implementation and maintenance of the previous 3 S's meet.
How do we sustain the 5S system? It all starts with communication. Especially in the beginning of implementation, communication daily and weekly can go a long way in taking this idea and turning it into workplace culture.
This picture is a simple yet impactful before and after of 5S implementation.
And team building is the process of creating a team that is cohesively working together towards a common goal.
A strong team is the foundation of a high-performing business. The team brings together talented individuals and operates as more than the sum of its parts.
How do we overcome these obstacles? The first one's gonna be with check-ins, okay? You wanna make sure, check in with your employees, okay? Make sure that they're not overwhelmed. Ask if they need help.
To help these individuals meet their goals, positive responses are used. For example, praise, recognition, and at times even rewards.
Can you hear me? Are you sure my identity is hidden?
Yes, sir. I mean, ma'am. You will remain anonymous.
Thank you.
A key concept of teamwork is shared leadership in which both management and employees work together to include defining a mission, goals, objectives to improve work systems and processes.
More than a year ago, we as supervisors went from performing our duties in person here to now here. We as leaders were thrust into an environment that was thought to be a scenario for the future, something we wouldn't see for a while.
But let me tell you all, the biggest issues that affected everybody in the county: no help desk phone support. A help desk with no phone?
No, God, please, no, no!
People were not happy. Well, I got my team to quickly transition to email only, and though it has not been everyone's favorite, it has allowed our staff to give everyone the one-on-one, undivided attention deserved in the order they arrive.
The governor gave a mandate to let the commissioners' court meet virtually instead of in person. It was a time to take all the tools we had at our disposal and put the technology to use in order to make the meetings run smooth without technical delays.
Court staff must now possess basic computer skills to host meetings and hearings virtually. For those cases not suited for the virtual environment, the courts will eventually allow jury trials and more in-person trials.
There are a lot of training videos on YouTube that can help supervisors and employees on how to use some of the systems. If you don't know how to use them, accidents can happen, like the lawyer with cat face on the following video.
I'm here live. I'm not a cat.
So as you can see, we all took our roles as leaders and adapted to the current virtual environment we were thrust into. Hopefully, as things improve with regards to the pandemic, we can still apply our newly acquired leadership skills, even with reduced virtual working capacities.
My name's Elizabeth Cabarani. We are the Leaders Branch, and our team consists of Anthony Bustillos, Ana Sanchez, Araceli Rives, Andres Garcia, and Beatriz Fierro. Here are some of our leadership ideas: bureaucratic, charismatic, coach, democratic, laissez-faire, pace-setting, and transitional.
Today we have shared 8 leadership style recipes, some healthy and some not so much. With that being said, while you're prepping your home departments, ask yourself, what ingredients and cooking methods listed in our recipes do you think are most critical for a leader? Which do you possess? What recipes have you been following? And what recipes do you need to work on to be an effective leader, both in teamwork and collaboration? Most importantly, has your leadership diet caused you and your guests indigestion or satisfaction? We acknowledge that there are many other leadership styles being brewed out in the workplace environment. Nevertheless, we hope you have enjoyed our cookbook and found it useful. To obtain a free copy and other employee guidance, email EP County HR Department. On behalf of the Leaders Branch, thank you for your time and attention today.
Congratulations, Team Virtual Misfits and Leaders Brunch. Wonderful job, everybody who participated in that. Next, if you'll please join me in welcoming our Chief Human Resources Officer, Melissa Carrillo.
Thank you, Michelle. Good morning, everyone, and what a great morning. Thank you, team, for putting together that video. Judge, Betsy, I know you didn't get a chance to see it. Presenters, I don't think you were able to see any of that as well, but great work to all of you. Congratulations. So this morning, I am not proud of you only because you've completed these many lessons or that you are choosing to aspire to be in a different role as a public sector leader. But honestly, congratulations to this particular class because of all the obstacles that you faced and your accomplishment in this academy through a unique virtual capacity. And you did it with such energy and commitment, which, as you all know, was hard to do despite the challenges that we faced this year. So congratulations to all of you. You know, leadership, when we talk about it as a term, it's been used throughout history, and it's often used to define, you know, members who illustrate characteristics and inspire others by being a true leader. And what that often means is you're guiding, you're coaching, you're teaching, and you're really motivating others so that they can be the best versions of themselves. The way I like to personally look at leadership is thinking a good leader is one who others want to follow and in a natural way, right? It's not forced, it's not coerced, it's I want to go where they're going. I love what they're doing, I want to follow them. And to me, that's what leadership looks like. With this unprecedented year behind us, many leaders were faced with challenges in terms of making decisions and keeping us going forward, no matter what we were facing. I personally want to thank Betsy Keller, who's my boss and who's an amazing leader at her core in everything that she does. I also want to thank the county judge for his leadership throughout this year and his guidance in making difficult decisions while keeping the safety of our employees in mind, but never compromising productivity by county employees. Thank you both, and thank you for being inspirations to all of us on this call as we continue to aspire towards great leadership. I was fortunate to be one of your leaders in the presentation competition. Very difficult, and it was such a great reminder of what we do day in, day out. It really was difficult, but despite the social distancing challenges, you all came together as groups, you put together amazing presentations. Some of you had technical advantages, whoever was on Miguel Mendez's team, but it was great. All presentations were amazing. I told you then, and I want to remind you now, please do not forget the relationships that you all created during this, I would like to say 10-week academy, but it's been over a year now, right? Do not forget those relationships. They truly are crucial to success going forward. When you need to rely on someone, when you need to vent, remember, vent across, don't vent down. Don't forget those relationships. They really do help carry you forward for many years to come. Congratulations on your accomplishments this morning, but also on the many things I know that you will continue to accomplish in the future. Being a public servant is difficult, and it's different than any other job. I often get in battles and discussions with my friends outside of the public sector because they just don't get it. And those of you on this call do. It's difficult. It's not like any other job. So I want to thank you for choosing to work in the public sector and for serving with a public servant heart. I congratulate you. Continue to keep that heart as you move forward in your leadership roles, and best of luck to all of you. Congratulations. With that, I'm going to turn it over to our Honorable County Judge, Judge Samaniego.
Thank you very much. And to make it, I can't tell you how much I wish I could be there with you. So just to make it a little bit more like if I was, I'm going to stand up and go to my podium and feel better about this. I just want to thank Betsy, Melissa, thank you so much, because I know that it has to come from the leadership to be able to to do these kinds of things. If you're not willing to do these things, if you're not excited about doing these things, then obviously they don't happen. So I want to thank you both, Janet and Michelle. Thank you so much for the presentation. Also want to thank the presenters that participate, because I don't think there's anything more important than for people that have the experience and the knowledge and, that go through different situations to be there and talk about these things. I always use the analogy that, if you're seeing someone coming out of a cave and you're going into the cave, right? You'd like to have a little conversation about, what happened in there, or what was going on in there, and you're going to feel more comfortable. Well, that's what leaders do. We've been in different situations, and it's unfortunate when we don't have the opportunity to help and explain and use our experience. But one of the things I can tell you, that nothing excites me more than these types of situations. And the reason they excite me is because I have to push a little hard on each one of you to remind you that you went through a situation, you went through a journey, you went through learning experiences, and there's very unfortunate, but some people, I know it's not here in this class, especially after I finish talking to you, could actually start in the journey and then come out at the other end as if nothing happened. And it has intrigued me for all my life. It's intrigued me how you could go through a situation and then you're the same person after all of that knowledge, after all the networking, after all that information. And I think the reason for that is because we do not sort of try to capture that information and then determine for ourselves, not anybody else, but you. Each one of you knows exactly how you're going to incorporate that information and how you're going to use that information. But you have to stop and for a little while, look back and say, I always use the word, therefore what? I use that when I read a chapter, and then I go, therefore what? What does that information, how does that pertain to me? And how does that, what do I need to do? So I really encourage all of you to get back on your notes and make some commitments and make some agreements with yourself to say, these are the things I've learned. These are the talents that I have. Also want to remind you that some beautiful, beautiful comments were made about each one of you. But unfortunately, sometimes people see things in us that we don't see in ourselves. I think I would have been in a much better place if I had listened more to the people that love me around me than I listened to myself, especially when I was growing up. So make sure you take those comments, put them by your desk, and then always remember someone saw something in you. And then the other thing I always ask is to embellish what you have. It's whatever talents, whatever things, comments people make about you, take them serious and go forward with them. We've talked about how the pandemic means a lot. And one of the things I said very early on is that I didn't want people, for mental health reasons, to look back and say, I had all these opportunities, because there are opportunities. I don't care how bad a situation is, there's opportunities for growth, learning, understanding. And so, I was just so concerned that someone would look back and say, oh my God, we've been in quarantine for 14 months and I really didn't get a lot from that. I didn't take advantage of those opportunities, that time alone or that back at home or whatever they were. And I think because the fact that you are here and graduating, you were one of those individuals that didn't use that as an excuse to say, well, we're in a quarantine, therefore life stops. Because I think, and we talk about it very much, and that is that when the quarantine ends and all the things the pandemic is bringing upon us ends, you're going to be more prepared than most individuals. We've seen in the depressions years, we've seen a lot of situations where there's crisis and people rise from those crises more than anybody else. How does that happen? How does that situation happen that people from a crisis get better and stronger? I think you have to be conscientious of that. You have to be conscientious of what's going on and saying, I'm going to learn something about this. I can also warn you that telling yourself that you've learned a lot is not going to be the answer. I hear people say, oh, we've learned so much from the pandemic and we've learned so much from, I'm not sure that if you don't really concentrate and really put to work, what is it that you learned, and then be effective and be successful. People chose you for a reason, and here you are now graduating for a reason. And I want you to feel extremely good and excited about that, but it's going to be an internal motivation. One of the things I work a lot now is that I used to be more externally motivated. You know, I needed people to tell me or get me excited, and that's really great. But when it's 2 o'clock in the morning and you're having to do an assignment, that person isn't there, or that external resources aren't there. So that internal, decision that you make is going to be extremely important. One of the things that I've seen, and I talk a lot about it because Gandhi said you must be the change you wish to see in the world, and we hear that quite often. But I've been so impressed with people waiting to see change. I go to businessmen and they tell me about all the things that we should be doing and what El Paso should look like, and then I'm sitting there wondering, well, what about you? What is it that you're going to do about those changes that you want to see, those things that you want to see El Paso? When we talk about tourism, for example, that we were so excited, we've been talking about it a lot, but people think it's just going to happen. So one day, we're just going to have all these places to go. But what about us contributing to that? We have exciting places already, taking people to see them, taking your family, going to San Elizario. All of those things begin to make something change. So I think one of the most important things that I can say, and I've said it over and over again, I'm one of the most proudest individuals when I'm out there because of the caliber of county employees that work for us. I'm always extremely, knowing that they're prepared, that I can speak with authority and enthusiasm about what we're going to do, not because I'm capable, not because I've got great commissioners that work for us that are part of the, commissioner's court. I know they're exciting, they do a lot of great things, but I know that behind that, people have to do the work. We're more of the visionaries. We talk about what we'd like to see, but then when it comes down to it, it's individuals like yourself that are going to make that determination that we're going to be one of the best counties in the country. And I want everyone here to understand that you are able to make a difference, a huge difference, if you do what you need to do. Every year I have sort of something that sort of leads me. Last year, or my first term, it was, if you're not at the table, you're on the menu. And that was, I just kept saying that motivated me. If I'm not at the table, I'm in the menu. Why? Because, well, all of you know, right? They wanted me not to be at the table. Certain people in Austin, for example, didn't want me to be at the table. But I said, I'm going to be at the table because if not, I'm going to be in the menu. The other part, when I read a book, one that's very important to me is, the one thing. Because every day I get up and I say, what's the one thing that's more important than anything else that I could do today? So that I don't get caught up in doing all these small things and forget about that big thing that's here for me. And so now one of the things that I've been hearing, and Betsy and I've been going through a session, and I've been very trying to understand the task force and what we're going to do. What are we going to do about what we discovered about the vulnerabilities of our community? And one of the words that people keep saying, and I hope that it's not just a saying, and they say, lean in, lean in. And I thought about it and I go, that's so important. No matter what faces you, lean in, don't step back, lean into it. And you're going to find a huge difference, whether it's dealing with someone you can't get along with or difficult, lean into the situation. Don't step back away from the situation. And I think that's what you're doing today. I think this is exciting that what you did was when the pandemic and all these things happening, and you still had to do what you did, and all the sessions that you go through that, by the way, are just incredible. Lots of dimensions about what you did, but you leaned in. And that lean in is going to be extremely important that you look at the world like that. You can now lean more because of what you've learned. And you want to have that confidence that you have learned. You have gone through situations, you've experienced things, now you're able to lean in better than you did before these courses, before the sessions that you had. So, I want you to just feel that in extreme excitement about making a difference. Anyone here that doesn't feel they make a difference, you're losing out. I don't think we were put in this planet to be mediocre or to be just around. I think we have to push ourselves to make sure that we use our talents in the best possible ways. And what you've done already to this point is that you've polished your talents, your abilities a little bit more, just so that you could be ready. So I've always said, I thought about something the other day. You know how we have a sticker in our car that says we should change our oil at 3,000 miles, or or so many miles in 3 months or whatever. That's something we all need to do, is really a little bit of a tune-up every 2-3 months. And of course, I'm going to mention the book I'm reading now that I really enjoy, and it's called Think Again. And this is more important than ever, that we think again, that you don't utilize the thinking that we had before the pandemic is now the same thinking you're going to have, because the world has changed. And if the world has changed, our thinking has to change. And so what it talks about is that every so often you have to sit back, take some time, and rethink about things. I know I don't think you need a sticker in your head here that says, tune up in 3 months, but have it somewhere to say, every so often, look at what your world is all about, see how you're thinking, and then challenge that thinking. They say, this book says that one of the most powerful things that you could do or understand is to know that you don't know. That's the most powerful thing that you could have, to know that you might not know. Because a person that believes that they know, they stop learning. But always go with this idea that you probably don't know the full situation, whether it's a relationship, whether it's an experience, where the situation, go into maybe understanding. You might not totally know what you need to do, but by rethinking, by looking at it again, you're going to be very powerful in how you interact with the world. So I thank you, and I like I said, to me it's very exciting. In both universities, I taught the last class that prepared people to take advantage of their studies. And so to me, it was one of the most important things a person can do is to take someone's understanding and knowledge and try to help them utilize it to get them to catapult to that next level. And I know that's what you're all going to do. I know you're going to do it for yourselves. I know you're going to do it for your family. And I know you're going to do it for the county. And when you do it for the county, you're going to do it for all of the county. And I think, and I'm really excited that you're going to be part of it, of the healing garden, where we are going to be the impetus of unity and healing, not only for our community, but you're going to see, when you see the healing garden and you see the energy it's taking before that, in the 30-day series prior to that, you're going to see that El Paso is going to be taking that lane of unity and healing throughout our country. And the only way we could do it is because we have exceptional individuals like yourself. So God bless all of you. Get excited. Let the world know what you're all about. And once again, lean in. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Judge Samaniego, for your inspiring words. And thank you for everyone who was in attendance today. This concludes our 10th graduating class of Leadership Academy, our first virtual class. Thank you all for everything you did, participants, presenters during this year. At this time, we would ask the participants to stay on. We're going to take a virtual picture, group picture of you all. We don't want you to be without. We have a group picture of every class, so please turn on your cameras. They're going to put you in this little chair, this screen. We're going to get a group picture
really
of you
cool.
all.
That's really cool. That is really nice.
Good morning, everyone. Can I please only have the graduates with their cameras on? Okay, we will wait just a few moments until we have everybody up on the screen so we can take the photo. Okay, I believe that's everybody that has their camera on. So if you could just smile, please. Just hold that smile for a couple seconds. Perfect. Thank you so much. Congratulations.
We got it, Alexis.
Yes, we do.
Thank you all once again for attending our virtual ceremony this morning. You have a beautiful Friday and a wonderful weekend. Stay safe.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.